Black Box. I really liked this. I liked the animation um, a lot. I'm sure, it's been done many times, but just something about it I really liked in this. I think there was a lot of great close-ups too. Really nice sound effects and music that went along with this. I really liked that there was no dialogue and I didn't feel like any was needed. I really felt like the story was told so well non-verbally, and it was a nice story, a really cute love story. Almost not so cute, but I loved that when he was in desperate need, he thought of her, and him thinking of her made him remember there was a solution at his fingertips, and he found the solution and motivation to get out of his situation through thinking of her and then realizing how he felt about her. And in the meantime, she's thinking about him and realizing how she feels. And just such a great, cool, short story told in animation and no dialogue. I thought this was wonderful, and best of luck to you guys. I think it's going to do really well. So good job to everybody involved in making this.
All right, I just finished watching Black Box. I thought this piece was quite well made. The style of the animation was a mix of sort of an anime inspired style. I thought it worked quite well. I thought it really carried a piece that I think has almost no dialogue at all. I thought it with that kind of a creative approach, you have a lot of pressure to have the pacing be very tight and having the characters be very emotive and having the images on screen doing a lot of the work plot-wise and narrative-wise. And I thought that the piece did a really good job doing that and sort of building the story, building the cosmic mood, and sort of playing out a love story in a very short amount of time that reflected a lot of ideas that you would associate with this kind of story, barriers between people, fighting for what you want, sort of taking the chance. And I thought that the life or death scenario around the cosmic setup and his oxygen sort of reflected a thematic idea that made a lot of sense, especially in a short amount of time. So I thought it was well done. It was really cool to watch, and it was very sleekly produced. It had a great animation approach, which I thought really made it feel much more full, even though the plot was not massive and did not carry by a lot of dialogue. So I thought it was well done overall, and I ended up enjoying it.
Black Box was a really fun, really touching animated piece. I think, I don't know, it was really lovely. It was really lovely to see this story about like love and regret and anxiousness, and also like rekindling the love and having that moment where there's that final kiss and you're like, ah. Um, it captured a lot of emotions in this short piece, and it did it in a way that I really was not expecting from an animated piece, which is bad on my part, but phenomenal for you guys making this such an like a touching piece for like to watch. I think it was really lovely. I think it was shot well. I think all the technical bases for an animation were hit. I think it was really lovely. It just came together to be a really great piece. I really liked it. It was really, really good.
This gives a sense of gravity or the Martian in animation form. There are no words spoken in this piece. This is a preparation for a liftoff that eventually leads our character to sort of being lost in space. A beam of light, of love perhaps, appears in front of our character, providing them the motivation to grab their weapon. It's as if their life is flashing before their eyes in this very moment, a brink of death that they've managed to push to overcome, leading them home and back into the arms of their beloved, who helped them prep for this excursion. Finding yourself back home with those who love you despite the challenges you had to overcome. The animation is smooth, very well done. The inspirations coming from this anime style, this retro sci-fi synth music pairs well with the overall piece.
Black Box was such a beautiful, beautiful story. I loved the animation and I really enjoyed the storyline. I thought it was a super emotional, romantic. I feel like we're really feeling it with the main character. You know, he's out there He is presumably going to die. He's on his last, few minutes of oxygen. And he's thinking about his love, the love that he left behind that he never got to express before going out on this mission. And you just know that if he got one more chance, he would have done things differently. And that moment where he does get the other chance and he comes back and he takes off his oxygen just to kiss them. And even to his own detriment because he needs the oxygen. It had this moment of levity, but just so sweet and authentic, and just really got me in the feels, especially for an animated piece. So I just thought this was really well done and really enjoyable. Great job.
I really like Black Box. I really like the animation style. I thought the aesthetic was dope, but then I also liked the sound design and like how I like whenever it's like, especially like an animation, whenever like the sound design has cues that match with beats. You know what I mean? Like music, like the score has cues that match with beats that like emotionally cue the audience. You know what I mean? I think this film did that really well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I like when films do that, and this film did that really well. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it had me emotionally invested and was very cathartic. Surprisingly cathartic for a 4-minute film. So well done.
This review is for Black Box. This is a super cute story with fantastic animation and music. I enjoyed the anticipation and excitement you feel as you see the story unfold. You're rooting for them, and it's very cool. The power of love is showcased here, and then you sometimes need a little push to accept and really dive deep into the feeling. I love this. It's very short but very, very uplifting. I enjoyed it.